On today's episode of Am I Okay? The answer is no. But what's happened is that I've just received books that I ordered in the mail, but I cannot remember what they are. It must have just been like a couple weeks ago. But I know there's so many books on my TBR that I just forget the ones that I actually order or the ones that I just like look up to see where I can buy them, the ones that I save. I don't know. So I'm gonna open them up, see if I remember the description and like why I bought them, see if I can remember if it was from somebody's recommendation or just something that I found. There's only 4 here, which is great because I did not want to add like 17 books to my collection. But before I open them, I want to talk about where I got them from. Some of them I get from Amazon in like the used book section. The other place that I buy them from is a website called Thrift Books. It's also an app. I was told this by my friend Zoe, and hello Zoe. And that's another really good place to get used books. I have 2 from Amazon and 2 from Thrift Books, so I will open the Amazon ones first. Okay, the first book in here is Bad Blood. It is book number 4 of 4 in the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I was gonna say Anne Lynn, I don't know. Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's a good thing that this came today because I'm more than halfway through the 3rd book. I got through like that portion today and I was really invested. Like, it's great. So I'm very excited because it's all the same characters and I understand them and I like them a lot. So this is just another, like, this whole series of books is about this group of people that have great abilities. Like, one of them is a profiler, another one is basically like a human lie detector, another one is like crazy good with memory and like numbers and stats, another one is very good at like reading people's emotions. This one is just like another sort of case, like every book is a different case or a different solve. So that's this one. The second Amazon book is I'll Never Tell by Catherine Mackenzie. This one I definitely picked up because of Books in Lala. This book is about a family who runs a camp, basically, every summer. Someone was found murdered at the camp, one of the campers. And so the kids of the family that run the camp haven't been back in like 20 years. So this book is about them returning to the camp together and to figure out how this girl died, or basically anything revolving around the death because it was never solved. It's a mystery to this day. So this book is about a family that years into the future comes back and tries to figure out the tragedy. And I think it says it's like a psychological suspense as well, which is right up my alley. So I'm very excited to read this one. Now, the 2 books that came from Thrift Books, I want to say they're also recommendations from Kayla because that's like at the top of my list, but I cannot remember what they are. The Wife Between Us. Yes, this is definitely, I heard about it from Kayla. I'm not sure that she liked this so much. I think I actually watched another YouTuber that really enjoyed this, but still the premise of it I found was really interesting. I kind of forget like the exact summary of what this book is about. The little blurb on the inside, I remember Kayla reading it. It's basically saying you will assume you are reading about a jealous ex-wife. You will assume she is obsessed with her replacement, a beautiful younger woman who's about to marry the man they both love. And it basically says to assume nothing. So, very excited to read this. So this one I might read next. I don't know. We'll see what this last book is. Okay, so I'm literally gonna scream. The 4th package actually has 2 books. It's Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Listen. I have always like admired Stephen King for just what he is. Like, he's a legend. I've never read any of his books, and I think it's because I felt like I wouldn't like them. And I don't even know why. I don't know his writing style. I don't know if he goes too in depth to things. I don't know what happened, but I've seen so many people say that this was like chilling and like scary, and that's what I want. I want to be scared. And so I think someone said that they like tried reading this before going to bed and were like terrified. That's exactly what I want. I'm actually very excited to read this, even though it's like tiny text. The last one, okay, I lied. I might read this last one first. Okay, I'm very excited. It's The Troop by Nick Cutter. This was based off a recommendation from Kayla. Basically, my entire channel is about Kayla, so thank you, Books and Lala. I appreciate you. But this is about a Boy Scout troop. Okay, so they basically are going on a trip into the wilderness, and then something happens and things get dark. So I mean, that sounds very like vague, but I think it's something like a virus or a parasite that is starting to wreak havoc. And the last line in this is a harrowing struggle for survival with no escape from the elements, the infected, or one another. This sounds great. This is amazing. I am like so excited to read this because every single person said that it was like very dark and like things got very serious. Why am I like this the whole time? That things got very dark and very serious, which like a lot of books can say that they're dark, but if I have multiple people who have read this book that have like different tastes in book and they all are saying that it's dark, I'm gonna buy it, you know? And that's what I did. I think I might have a couple more books coming in the mail. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how many I ordered because I went a little crazy. I know that I have like 20 in my carts through like Amazon or like thrift books, but those are the 5 that I have. Okay, so it's a couple days, as you can tell from me wearing the exact same shirt. It's been a couple days since I filmed that first part. I just got back from work and there was a package from Thrift Books and it was huge, which means that the remainder of my books are here and I completely forgot what they were. So I'm gonna go through them real quick and hopefully get re-excited about all of them. Okay, so the first one that is in the box is The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. This is very worn and it is very used, but that's fine. I wasn't expecting anything because this was just like a couple bucks, and it said that it was acceptable, but that it was used. This is about a woman who does not leave her house. I think it's called agoraphobia. She doesn't leave her house, but new neighbors move in and she witnesses something bizarre, something dark. I'm not sure yet. This is a thriller, I'm pretty sure. And I'm very excited actually to read this because I didn't think that I would be interested in something that just like takes place in a singular, like just a house. But the way that this book was described by multiple people has me very, very interested. The next book that we have is Before We Met by Lucy Whitehouse. This book interested me because maybe there's a theme here. I like thrillers, but this book is about Hannah and Mark meet, and they fall in love and they get married, and then all of a sudden Mark doesn't come back from a trip. And so now his wife is trying to find out where he is, why nobody knows that he went on this trip. Kind of, I guess, what his past life was. So it was like basically before they met, like who was he and why is this happening? So that really let me show it like this. That really interested me, and I'm very excited to read this. Also heard great things. The next book, I think this is the second to last one in this package, is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This was for sure recommended by Kayla from Books and Lala, and I got this solely because of her. And I know that she reads a lot of thrillers, and that's something that I'm getting into more. I used to just read kind of like supernatural stuff when I was in like middle school, early high school, and then I stopped reading. And so I've been getting back into stuff, and thrillers are a main part of that. This one is about a live-in nanny, I want to say, and crazy shit happens. Things happen here. I think the little blurb says, what she doesn't know is that she's stepping into a nightmare, one that will end with a child dead and herself in prison awaiting trial for murder. And I'm guessing that she didn't do it, or like someone else killed her, or maybe there's a supernatural element. I don't know. I don't really like to read synopsis so in depth. I like to get a feel of the book and then read it and then kind of figure it out along the way. So I'm very excited for this one. I think we have one more left in the package. This book, Dig by A.S. King. I wish this was a paperback. I don't know about y'all, but I love paperback books. Oh, this was from a library. That's cool. This book, I've heard nothing but good things. I kind of, watching videos, I wasn't sure if it was a thriller, if it was commentary, if it was dark. I think it's all of those things. I think it was very hard to pinpoint the exact like plot line, but it's basically about this family that comes together again, and the whole book I think is them like talking but like about certain things that are very serious and dark, and secrets come out and all that fun stuff. I have heard that this book is just amazing. I've never heard anything bad about this book. I don't want to look at the reviews in case I am just like making this conception up in my head and then it turns out to be something completely different. I just want to go into it thinking what I'm thinking. Okay, so I just read the little blurb on the inside, which I try not to do, but this book especially, I was not sure what the clear plot of it was. I knew like the family was like potato farmers and there was like drama and like dark secrets and all this stuff, but the one part of this little blurb that I like is what does it say? Blah blah blah, talking about like the kids coming back saying just in time to uncover the terrible cost of maintaining the family name. That sounds great. I'm very excited to read this. I might read this after The Troop by Nick Cutter, which I'm reading right now, which brings me to the next point. Since last filming this video, I have gotten a little bit into it, just that much. I do work almost every day depending on the week, so I haven't gotten too far into this, but what I have read is great and I'm very thrilled. It kind of started off like the very beginning was you're already in the story and it's already like happening and you're like, where is this gonna go? But I know Kayla especially, she'll get new books and she'll read like the first chapter of each and kind of keep you updated through the whole thing. This video isn't really like that. This video is just showing you the books that I did get because I forgot. You know, it just, your mind sometimes, the depression isn't there, the memory goes away, or the depression is there. See? Miss Depression over here has forgot what depression means. Anyway. Lack of serotonin, who? Where's the dopamine? Anyway, what I've read so far is great. It's basically just getting to, I want to say it's just getting to like the very height of everything kind of falling down and then things getting dark. But like I said before, it's about this Boy Scout troop goes into the woods and then this virus happens upon them. And it's just getting to the point where the virus is, or the parasite or whatever it is starting to come to fruition. You're starting to see things aren't all fine and dandy, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. But that's, you know, the update that I have now. I think those are the last of the books that I ordered online. And I actually, this is not a book that I ordered for myself, but I have another copy of Children of Blood and Bone, used of course, that I'm going to give to my friend for Christmas. This video is going to go out after I give it to her. It is my friend Zoe, and she's told me that she is starting to get back into reading too, and she saw all my posts on my Instagram about this book and she really wanted to read it, so she put it on her reading list and it's just so good. I know she's gonna love it, so I bought it for her, and if she does love it, then for her birthday or something I will just buy the second book used, and I'm very excited to give this to her. But those are all of the book updates. I think I have all the books that I ordered, so I won't have to worry about anything else. If you have read these books and loved or hated them, I would enjoy hearing your thoughts. But for now, The Troop is great. And I think I'm going to read Dig next because I've heard so many great things about it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.